I am Will Scott. Welcome into Dolphins Today. We have some breaking news. The trade that was going to send Dolphins tight end Adam Shaheen to the Houston Texans has fallen through. The trade is off due to a failed physical. I'm going to get into my thoughts on this in a second, but first, subscribe because we're in a sub-battle with my guy Tyler Jones and Seahawks Today. When we started this sub-battle, we were about 3,500 subscribers down. Now it's just under 1,000 subscribers down. So we're trying to catch Seahawks Today. Go down, hit that big red subscribe button. Ari Mirov was the first to report the news about Shaheen. The Texans-Dolphins trade involving tight end Adam Shaheen fell through after Houston failed Shaheen on his physical. He's back with the Dolphins. Here is what that trade looked like as we're continuing as we are live to have more information roll in about this trade being canceled. So the Dolphins were going to get a 6th-round pick. Texans were going to get Shaheen in a 7th-round pick. This was a great trade for the Dolphins because Shaheen was not even going to make the roster. He was listed as the 5th tight end on the first unofficial depth chart, but now he is back with the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are not going to get that 6th-round pick. So it was a great trade. They basically swapped a 7th-round pick for a 6th-round pick. They previously did not have a 6th-round pick in next year's draft, and now they still don't have one. Cut this man immediately. I mean, you got to cut him. First of all, he's not going to make the team. He has 0 trade value now after he just failed his physical, and we are learning this moments ago from Cameron Wolf of NFL Network reporting that tight end Adam Shaheen was given a failed physical designation by the Texans, which means the trade is off. He will return to the Dolphins. Here's the interesting thing about this. He was flagged for a pre-existing knee condition. He hadn't missed any time. So it is a knee injury for Shaheen. We do not know the severity of it, but it was bad enough that he failed his physical. I think the Dolphins have to move on, shed some salary cap, and cut this guy now because it might get awkward. I mean, think about this for a second. You trade this guy to the Texans. He's on a flight to Houston. He lands in Houston today for his physical. Now he has to come back to the team that tried to trade him, that tried to get rid of him. Get rid of the awkwardness. Just cut him. Move on. He's not going to make the team. The team believes in Hunter Long. They believe in Ethan Carter, I think, more than they do in Shaheen at this point. Get rid of Adam Shaheen. It's going to get awkward. There's no need for him on this football team. He's not even very good. He's a good run. He's a good blocker, but I'm not really a big fan of him as a weapon. What is your one-word reaction to the Shaheen trade falling through? It is the pinned comment on today's video. Go and reply to it when you get a sec. Breaking news this hour on Dolphins Today. Let's get into this joint practice recap now. A lot of storylines emerging from the last 2 days in Tampa Bay. The Dolphins looked very, very good against one of the best teams in the National Football League, but Connor Williams did not look good. It was a brutal day today for Connor Williams. I mean, I was on my phone checking Twitter. Every other tweet, it felt like, was about Williams' snapping problems. This coming from Omar Kelly. High snap from Connor Williams. The throw to Wiles broken up. Here is the next tweet from Omar Kelly. High snap. Tua throws a completion to Gesicki for a respectable game. Tua has to jump. He had to jump for the Connor Williams snap. This is King of Finland, my guy, supporter of the show. By my count, he was at practice, by the way, today. Connor Williams has had at least 4 notably high or low snaps in the 11-on-11 period. That came before 10:15. This is all going down like the first hour of practice. Omar Kelly again. Bad snap. Tua is on the ground. Play is dead. He claps his hands in frustration. I'd be frustrated too if I'm Tua when my center cannot snap me the football. Here's what I would say. In the experiment. End it. The experiment has failed. It failed last preseason with the Dallas Cowboys. It is failing right now in Miami. It is time, Chris Greer. It is time, this coaching staff. It is time, this front office, to stop being foolish and take the center position seriously. Michael Deiter's back, which is a good thing, but you have to go out and sign a capable center. You do not have one in Connor Williams. He cannot snap the football. He's blocked well in camp. And look, I'm rooting for the guy. He's clearly showing good work ethic. After practice today, he stayed after practice with Tua to work on snaps. But the guy's not a center. He's a guard. It's time to end the experiment and sign a center. maybe sign one of these three guys because you brought these guys in for workouts last week. Jake Lucina, Cole Cabrel, and Cole Toner all worked out for the team. Toner has some NFL experience. Cabrel has spent some time on the practice squad. And then, he spent last season on the Saints practice squad. And then Jake Lucina was the best center in the USFL. I think that the Dolphins have to sign a center. Maybe Jake Lucina, maybe JC Tretter. So I want y'all to go down in the comment section right now and spam hashtag JC to Miami and hashtag Lucina to Miami. Let's show the Miami Dolphins that we want them to sign a capable center. Hashtag JC to Miami, hashtag Lucina to Miami. Go and spam it down in the comment section. The good news when regarding the center position is that Michael Deiter is back. I know most of us are not fans of him, but he's a big upgrade over Williams, so I'm happy he's back at practice. Daniel Oefussy of the Miami Herald confirmed it yesterday. This tweet was yesterday. Dolphins offensive lineman Michael Deiter's back at practice after missing the last week with a foot injury, so that is certainly good news on that front. However, we heard from Omar Kelly today that we really haven't seen Michael Deiter yet. So I don't think that's anything to be concerned about. I just think they're slowly working him back because he suffered that foot injury. He has a history with foot injuries. They're slowly working him back, and because he's back, that's probably why the team did not sign one of those three centers that they worked out. But if he has another setback, I would not be shocked to see the team bring in a center. Probably not JC Tretter, but maybe a Jake Lucina, maybe a Cole Toner. Again, they worked out Lucina, Cole Toner, and Cole Cabrel last Sunday in Miami. They did not sign any of those three guys. Aaron Wilson said that there was no immediate signing after. There was not expected to be a signing. I think it was more of them taking a look at one of those three guys in case Deiter is not good to go by the start of the regular season. Luckily, he's back. We did hear from Omar Kelly that he might miss the entire preseason, but he was back at practice yesterday. Now, if you had to pick a center, pick Connor Williams or pick Michael Deiter. Type CW for Williams or type MD for Deiter down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. I'd be so relieved if it's Deiter because at least Deiter has some experience. Williams does not have any experience. He does not look good snapping the football, and this is what the offensive line depth chart would look like with Deiter. You have Deiter as a center. You move Williams back to left guard. This offensive line looks much, much better than it does currently with Williams as the center and Eichenberg as the left guard. Another takeaway that we have coming from Tampa is that Tom Brady was nowhere to be found. Where was Tom Brady today at practice? Ian Rapoport said this: Bucs QB Tom Brady is not at practice today for personal, non-football reasons. Coach Todd Bowles will discuss it after practice, but my understanding is he won't be present for a few days. Then Ben Volen, who covers the Bucs, said this: Bucs coach Todd Bowles said Tom Brady won't be back with the Bucs until after the Titans preseason game on August 20th, taking a week and a half off. Ben Volen said this as well. Bowles said his confidence is pretty high that Brady will be the Bucs QB in week 1, but that's noticeably not a guarantee from Bowles. Now, we don't know what's going on with Brady. Personal issues, it could be a family matter. We certainly hope everything is okay. Like, I say that wholeheartedly. Like, hopefully everything is okay with Brady. Hopefully nothing is going on that's alarming regarding family. Hopefully everyone's healthy. But this comes a day after the Dolphins defense dominated Tom Brady. Did the Dolphins force Tom Brady back into retirement? I don't know. The timing on this is very interesting. Dolphins dominate Tom Brady in camp. The next day, Brady's nowhere to be found. He might not be back for another 2 weeks. Just saying. By the way, you can go bet on BetUS, promo code Dolphins125, and you can get a 125% deposit bonus. It's the best way to bet on Saturday's game. The Dolphins are a 1-point favorite. Tom Brady will not be playing in the game. Tua Tagovailoa likely not playing as well. Buccaneers and Dolphins, the total is at 31. You can go bet, promo code Dolphins125, chatsports.com/bet. Let's talk about the defense because the defense played very well the last 2 days, especially yesterday. The defense really stepped up against one of the best offenses in the National Football League, led by Tom Brady. Here's what the Miami Herald said. On the 2-minute drill for the Dolphins defense, Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady unofficially completed 5 of 8 passes 4 of the passes were short, but he completed a long pass along the sideline with quarterback Noah Igbinoghene in coverage. The completion set up a made field goal for Tampa. Defensive end Emmanuel Ogbah battled a Brady pass and registered a sack on the drive. Omar Kelly said this: Tampa Bay just got called for an offensive pass interference. Brady's frustration level seems to be growing. Dolphins blitzes seem to be bothering the Bucs. Tom Brady was frustrated yesterday at practice. He was not happy with the way practice was going. The Dolphins' defensive line, Emmanuel Ogbah, Raekwon Davis, both looked very, very good against the GOAT, and then Brady does not come to practice the next day. Very interesting. Based on the way that Todd Bowles said it, it sounded like it was like a predetermined thing. Like Brady's like, okay, I'll come out of retirement, but you got to let me go on vacation in the middle of the preseason. I don't know. He's Tom Brady. He can do whatever he wants. Do the Dolphins have a top 5 defense? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments section. I think eventually this season they're going to prove they're one of the best defenses in the National Football League. Maybe aside from Noah Igbinoghene, because Igbo got burned, man. It was bad. It was really, really bad the last 2 days, going up against some very talented Tampa Bay wide receivers. He got torched yesterday by the Bucs offense. He got torched again today by Tampa Bay. So, it's frustrating because Igbo has a lot of potential. He was, first-round pick, and he looked good in minicamp and in the OTA period, but he has not looked good in training camp. This is what Dobbs said. Dolphins drafted cornerback Noah Igbinoghene in the first round of the 2020 draft, but he has struggled mightily so far in his career. Doesn't appear year 3 will be much different. The Pucks' top wide receivers missed practice, but even undersized, undrafted rookies such as Devin Tompkins torched him. He's getting torched by undrafted rookies. It's a problem. Do you have any faith in Noah Igbinoghene at this point? Type 1 for yes or type 0 for no down in the comments section. Go down, chime in. Some good news. Tua looks outstanding, and Tua continues to prove the haters wrong. It's unbelievable, though. He had one bad pass yesterday, and it went viral on Twitter because, of course, Josina Anderson said this. She was formerly of ESPN, now works for CBS. Tua is absolutely slinging it out here. Dolphins offense is firing on all cylinders in this period. You love to see it. King of Finland, my guy, was at this practice. The Dolphins offense just dominated a top 5 defense for 90 minutes. This coming from Omar Kelly. Tua is throwing to spots. Just watched a Bucs defender swear he was getting an INT right up until said Wilson runs the spot and snatch it. So that's what we're hearing from Tyreek, right, too, that he is the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. He is able to put it into spots that only his receivers can get to. He looked outstanding. So did another quarterback, Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson has looked outstanding the entire preseason. I've been looking like a fool because I gave this grade an F, and Skylar Thompson threw at least 5 touchdown passes today against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He balled out. He was a man on a mission at this joint practice today. I'm really excited to watch Skylar on Saturday. He's going to get a lot of playing time, especially if Tua Tagovailoa doesn't suit up. Another thing we saw at this joint practice was intensity, and that's what you're going to see at these joint practices, guys getting into it. We saw that earlier today. Daniel Oyefusi was there. He said, training camp fracas. Duke Riley and Luke Gadecki got into it a couple plays in a row. After a short Bucs run, the two locked onto each other in the end zone and had to be separated. Nothing too crazy, but definitely more intensity on day 2. Nothing unusual. We normally see these joint practices get a little bit intense, get a little bit, like this. So it's not a surprise, but it's going to be fun to watch those two teams back at it on Saturday night. Again, we'll have a watch party for that game, so be sure to tune in for that and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, because we're breaking down Dolphins news, Dolphins rumors every single day.